Alzheimer's Disease, A Dance Through Time by Natalie, Fernandi, and Margaux Currie. The purpose of this dance is to illustrate the 7 stages of Alzheimer's disease. The movements focus on and relate to the progression of symptoms and signs of Alzheimer's. We begin at stage 1, also known as the preclinical stage. In this stage, the affected person, dressed here in purple, experiences no memory problems and there are no recognizable symptoms. There is not yet a difference in the movement between the dancers since, at stage 1, the disease is not detectable. As the movement begins to repeat, we enter stage 2. Here, the affected individual experiences subtle memory lapses, but symptoms of dementia usually would not be detected by friends or family. Our dancer in purple begins to have subtle differences in movement, but for the most part sticks with the other dancers. Stage 3 is called the mild cognitive impairment stage and is characterized by a loss of cognitive thinking that is apparent to the affected individual and family or friends, but is not enough to interfere with everyday activities. The basic structure of the movement is the same, but the affected dancer begins to dance on a lower level, faces in a different direction, and starts to slow down. As the disease progresses in the brain, the individual has reached a new stage, dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. This begins with mild Alzheimer's, which overlaps in symptoms with the previous mild cognitive impairment stage. The differences between the dancer in purple and the dancers in black become increasingly distinct. The dancers in black do a movement across the floor that they reverse to get back to where they started. The dancer in purple follows them there, but forgets how she got there and is separated from the others. She becomes moodier and has to depend more on the other 2 dancers for help and guidance. Stage 5 is known as mid-stage or moderate Alzheimer's disease. Memory gaps begin to be more noticeable, and day-to-day tasks often become difficult. Individuals may be unable to recall personal information about themselves and will begin to be confused about their surroundings. Here, the dancer in purple brings back the movement from the first piece, which is distinctly sharper and more memorable than this piece. At this level of progression, the individual has become entirely dependent on caregivers. Severe Alzheimer's marks the final stage of the disease. the affected person loses the ability to respond to their environment and control their movement. They may be unable to sit without support, hold up their heads, or even smile.